Why is it that Keir Starmer's Attorney General, Lord Hermer, represented all these clients?
This has to be the most shocking video that Robert Jenrick has put out. This completely exposes Lord Hermer's record. He is shown in this video, if you ask me, to be very clearly a terrorist sympathiser. Take a listen.
He says cab rank rule, and it's a vital legal principle. Gary, what's the cab rank rule?
It means the first cab of any rank must take the first customer.
Easy. And it's the same for many lawyers. Criminal barristers can represent people accused of horrific crimes because everyone knows they had to take the case.
So that is the excuse that is often made when we talk about Keir Starmer, Lord Hermer, and whoever else taking on very dodgy people for cases. But Robert Jenrick here completely destroys that argument in Lord Hermer's case.
True for our criminal barristers just wasn't true for Lord Hermer. He was a top human rights lawyer. He will have been inundated with cases, able to choose the pick of the bunch. And what's more, he often worked on a pro bono or no win no fee basis, and the cab rank rule just doesn't apply to these cases. In
Interesting.
other words, when Hermer's cab arrived, he chose his passengers. Gerry Adams, not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 terrorists linked to Al-Qaeda, including 2 of Osama bin Laden's lieutenants, 1 linked to 9/11 and 1 to 21/7. The mother of an ISIS beetle, Shamima Begum, Caribbean nations demanding reparations, and an Eritrean man who was here illegally, who claimed to be 16, who was actually 26.
These cases are absolutely shocking, and even if it was the case that Lord Hermer was genuinely just taking whatever case that he was given, even if Robert Jenrick is wrong, don't you think it is a bit of a coincidence that he ended up with that many Al-Qaeda terrorists landing on his desk, being the only cases that he could take and he had to take? I think that is quite a coincidence. There is something very fishy going on with Lord Hermer.
Someone wants to spend their life defending Britain's enemies. That's on them and their conscience. But that someone shouldn't be chosen to be our Attorney General. We've never had an Attorney General so connected to so many people suing the British government. Now, before the general election, Hermer represented 5 Sri Lankans seeking asylum in the United Kingdom. They lost the case. After the election, they were granted asylum in a special deal. Now, even if all the correct procedures were put in place on conflicts of interest, even the perception of this kind of stuff damages public trust. Last week, people called for Hermer to resign after he likened those criticising the ECHR to the Nazis. But the truth is, Starmer should never have appointed him in the first place. And why did he? Because they share exactly the same views. Britain deserves better than the pair of them.
That is absolutely shocking, and let's not forget, in case you haven't seen this story that we had come out Sunday night, Lord Hermer, he has a terrible track record, not just in representing terrorists, but in cases where he has been given the opportunity to either review or not review certain sentences. So he declined to review unduly lenient sentences for a rapist and a paedophile. Okay, these people were given lesser sentences than Lucy Connolly. How on earth is rape a lesser crime than a tweet? That doesn't make sense. And what makes matters worse is that Lord Hermer was also given the opportunity to review Lucy Connolly's sentence, see if it was too harsh, but he gave it the rubber stamp of approval. He thought that 31 months was absolutely fine and didn't need reviewing and didn't need changing. That, if that's not two-tier justice, I do not know what is. He had the power to make sure that two-tier justice, if the judge had made a mistake in the case of Lucy Connolly and this rapist and this paedophile, he had the power to step in and do something about it and try and do something to change the length of the sentence. But he chose not to. And this man, he has always despised Britain. I think there are some clips of him being caught on camera, basically laughing about how you can undermine the country and then the lefties still love you. And he was involved in the Chagos deal. He's got some very, very, there's some very sketchy behavior going on with him with regards to the Chagos deal, buddying up with the legal advisor to Mauritius. I really feel like this is someone who really resents this country so far as he is willing to represent not just one, but how many was it in that video? 5 terrorists plus Shamima Begum and whatnot? People who want to destroy the West. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that is a case of a lawyer just taking the case that they have to take. I think that this is a very, very scary man, and he absolutely should not be anywhere near the role of Attorney General. I hope after that video that Robert Jenrick has posted, which has got 1.2 million views right now on X, so seems to be doing well. I hope after that and this crazy story that came out about him refusing to review these cases about the rapist and the paedophile but being happy with Lucy Connolly's sentence, I hope that that is the final nail in the coffin for him and Keir Starmer will get rid of him. Now, he's best buds with Keir Starmer, so it's a little bit unlikely, but that being said, Keir Starmer has been known to be very pragmatic and ruthless when it comes to getting people rid of people around him in his circle that are damaging the ability for him to be successful. So let's see. I hope that this man goes, because I think that he is an appalling human being to have as the Attorney General of this country. Lucy Connolly should not be behind bars, and maybe she wouldn't still be behind bars if Lord Hermer had reviewed the case as he should have done. Anyway, that's the latest. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to Reasoned if you've not already for more videos like this. And if you're a young person interested in making videos for Reasoned, make sure you send us a 1-minute video telling us about yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we'll take a look. Thank you.